What's up, fam? So, I didn't choose the NoFap life. The NoFap life chose me. So, basically, I went through like a breakup, and the devastation from that, I feel like, gave me superpowers because it just overrid every single emotion in my life, was way more powerful. So, it kind of, I say, be open, get your heart broken because you're either going to be in love with somebody or it's going to teach you some valuable lessons and give you a lot of motivation. But the reason why I chose to do NoFap is because I know what I want in life. I truly do want a like spiritual friendship with a female eventually, or I'll just be alone and you know just create a lot of stuff. Um, but but basically, part of part of the reason for doing NoFap is essentially gaining control over your impulses and emotions. Because when we don't have any control over our impulses or emotions, then we're not in control. And to achieve my best personally, to reach my potential and my purpose, I know that I have to gain control over my impulses and how I react to my emotions. If I'm able to understand all my emotions and be able to sit in them and still make the right decision that aligns with my own purpose, that's when you're truly powerful. Now listen to this. The P word, whether we know it or not, because it's not, I mean, there's a lot of research coming out now, but it's a relatively new thing. Our brain doesn't know any difference when we're watching it between the real deal, at least in our minds. So it's rewriting our you know brain. It's rewiring our brains, as well as it's you know we're probably looking at women differently because of it. But basically, at the fundamental level, most people aren't strong enough to even try to do this because they're going to make excuses. They're going to follow their impulse, they're going to go escape. But real strength takes just at least trying to do things like this, because you're essentially trying to you know control your impulses and control those uncomfortable emotions that are causing you to want to escape in the first place, or those bad habits. But the main thing is that we're not, at least the, I think my part of my highest potential, and I think you guys can probably all benefit from this as well, is being able to choose how you react to certain emotions. And if you don't, and if they're just, all of a sudden you just feel like horny and you're just like, oh, I'm gonna go whack it, you're not in control. There's probably nothing wrong with releasing, but I'm pretty positive that the P word is not good. And yeah, you know, also, instead of, we probably don't know this, but, instead of releasing your energy in these ways, energy can be transformed. So, like, you could literally use any energy that you're not using for certain things to be useful in creating other things, like that energy that we're releasing is used to literally create life. And That's what it should be saved for. Now, I know some of you guys feel like that's hardcore, and you might not agree with me, and that's fine. Maybe that's the place you're in your life. Maybe you need something a little bit more in easy mode, where you can go out and like go meet women and have fun and stuff like that. But for me, I've already been there and done all that stuff, and I know that at the end of the day, I'm not happy sleeping with random women no matter how fun it is, because I still feel empty at the end of the day. You're entangling your energies, and you're just left lonely. And I know, as for most of us guys, when we start sleeping with people that we don't truly love and care about, it complicates things. So we need to get more control over ourselves, to give, not only to not screw over other people that we don't really care about, but also to gain control over our lives so that we can be available for that person that's meant to be in our lives. You know, we are what we attract. So the better versions of ourselves we can become, the better versions of other potential partners that we're going to attract into our lives. So keep working on yourselves, kings, and you're going to be all right. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments. And you got this. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.